Moscow police officer talks to University of Idaho murder victim on phone 6 weeks before murders. Officers were called to the home where 4 students were killed 6 weeks before the murders about a noise complaint. None of the residents were home and an officer talked to Maddie Mogan on the phone. Credit Moscow Police Department. Utah investigators released their final update in the August 2021 murders of 2 Moab women found shot to death at a campsite outside town. Newlyweds Keelan Schultz and Crystal Turner, 24 and 38, were found dead on August 18, days after they were last seen alive. Adam Ping Qcuas, an early person of interest, was labeled a suspect earlier this year. Police found the 45-year-old drifter dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in Waterloo, Iowa, on September 24, 2021. An examination of his phone turned up extreme signs of racism and anger problems, according to authorities, as well as fantasies about rape and murder. Moab murders, police name suspect in double homicide of newlywed couple. Moab murder suspect Adam Ping Qcuas was an early person of interest in the slayings, who had an alleged animus toward lesbians and who skipped town shortly after the shooting deaths of Keelan Schultz and his co-worker Crystal Turner, without picking up his final paycheck, according to the family's private investigator. Moab murder suspect Adam Ping Qcuas was an early person of interest in the slayings, who had an alleged animus toward lesbians and who skipped town shortly after the shooting deaths of Keelan Schultz and his co-worker Crystal Turner, without picking up his final paycheck, according to the family's private investigator. Keelan Schultz / Grand County Sheriff's Office. Schulte's family previously said Ping Qcuas had a known animus toward lesbians, although investigators revealed Thursday he was in a same-sex relationship himself with a man who knew about the murders and did not come forward until police tracked him down earlier this year. Authorities did not identify the significant other during Thursday's briefing but said he was not in Utah at the time of the murders and the two had split up several months earlier. Ping Qcuas reached out to him after the murders and traveled to Iowa to see him, investigators said. Moab murders. What happened to Crystal Turner and Keelan Schultz after August 13? Schultz and Turner were killed at their campsite off La Salle Loop Road outside Moab, Utah, in August 2021. Schultz and Turner were killed at their campsite off La Salle Loop Road outside Moab, Utah, in August 2021. Google Maps. They said he told them Ping Qcuas had confessed to him about the murders and that he knew crime scene details that had not been made public, including that Schultz and Turner had been shot inside of a tent and moved outside to where Moab resident Cindy Sue Hunter found their remains 4 days later. As Fox News Digital has reported, Schultz and Turner were last seen alive on surveillance video at Woody's Tavern in downtown Moab on August 13. Crystal Turner and Keelan Schultz were last seen alive at Woody's Tavern in Moab on August 13, 2021. Crystal Turner and Keelan Schultz were last seen alive at Woody's Tavern in Moab on August 13, 2021. Michael Ruiz / Fox News Digital. On the following morning they were killed at a remote campsite up a mountain outside town. A nearby surveillance camera at the Whispering Oaks Ranch picked up the sounds of gunshots and screams at 11:48 a.m. on August 14. Authorities previously declined to release the recording, saying it was integral to the ongoing investigation, and made it public for the first time Thursday. Investigators said that they determined critical defense rounds found in the victims' helmet had likely been fired from a Glock 9mm. Moab murders. Keelan Schulte's father appeals for help solving newlywed slaying. Adam Ping Qcuas was a 45-year-old drifter. Adam Ping Qcuas was a 45-year-old drifter. Grand County Sheriff's Office. At 12:54 p.m. on the day of the slayings, a Toyota Yaris resembling Ping Qcuas was seen driving away from the campground. Investigators said it seemed out of place because that is not a typical off-road camping vehicle. Police had a series of early ideas as to who may be responsible, but they ruled out most except for the creepy camper theory, regarding a man Schultz and Turner told friends made them uncomfortable in a series of encounters at their campsite, and the idea that the shootings grew out of an argument with a threatening coworker. Ping Qcuas is now believed to be both the creep and the disgruntled coworker, investigators revealed Thursday. Moab double homicide, Utah authorities, FBI on hunt for suspect in killing of newlywed couple. He had a history of arguments with management at McDonald's where Turner also worked. Days before the murders, he got into a spat with a female manager who told him he needed to work faster, making comments about her sexuality and threatening to kick her, police said Thursday. She was so uncomfortable that she left and had another manager fill in. A now hiring sign at Moab's only McDonald's restaurant in September 2021, weeks after the murders of newlyweds Keelan Schultz and Crystal Turner. A now hiring sign at Moab's only McDonald's restaurant in September 2021, weeks after the murders of newlyweds Keelan Schultz and Crystal Turner. Michael Ruiz / Fox News Digital. He was fired, never returned to work after the shootings and left behind his final paycheck. Investigators said they do not believe he ever confronted Turner directly before the murders but that co-workers heard him complaining about her making sandwiches at the restaurant for Schultz when she wasn't working. They were scheduled on different shifts, and due to COVID-19 mask regulations, she may not have even recognized him, according to authorities. Moab double murders, newly unsealed warrants never led to a suspect, investigators say. Police deemed Ping Qsiu as a person of interest early on, but when they went to interview him, he was not at his address. By August 27, 2021, Ping Qsiu arrived in Waterloo. On September 24, local police received a call from a motel reporting his death. Bullets recovered from the victims. Investigators said that they determined the 3 critical defense rounds had likely been fired from a Glock 9mm. Bullets recovered from the victims. Investigators said that they determined the 3 critical defense rounds had likely been fired from a Glock 9mm. Grand County, Utah. Grand County investigators discovered his car was sold there in December and reached out to their Waterloo counterparts, learning then of Ping Qsiu's of death. Although records show Ping Qsiu had purchased a Glock 9mm, the likely murder weapon, he killed himself with a .357 revolver using Hornady special critical defense rounds. Because his death was ruled a suicide months before Grand County deputies had tracked Ping Qsiu's footsteps to Waterloo, police there released his property to his family, including cell phones that police later examined in connection with the Schultz-Turner case. A bag of bullets found in his car was not documented and destroyed by local law enforcement, authorities said. Schultz and Turner's tent and vehicle where they were discovered off La Salle Loop Road outside Moab, Utah, on August 18, 2021. Schultz and Turner's tent and vehicle where they were discovered off La Salle Loop Road outside Moab, Utah, on August 18, 2021. Grand County, Utah. He also left behind a suicide note which mentioned being fired by lefty liberal bosses for not working fast enough, according to Grand County investigators. The note also revealed the existence of his significant other who at that point had not come forward to investigators with details about the crime. Ping Qsiu's male partner was not interviewed until March 2022, according to Jason Jensen, a private investigator hired by Schulte's father. Click here to get the Fox News app. When detectives finally interviewed him, he was very forthcoming, authorities said. He told them he kept quiet because he was afraid of Ping Qsiu's and did not know about the suicide. Authorities said Thursday that they believe if Ping Qsiu's were still alive, they'd have enough evidence against him to secure a conviction. However, since he is dead, they announced an official closure to the case, leaving open the possibility that they would reopen the investigation if new information emerges in the future.